Krystaline Rings, the Neutralization Ring and the Sun Ring. These two devices are incredibly powerful. So to explain a little bit in detail of how these devices work, the Neutralization Ring, what it does, it removes negative structuring on the molecular level 5 layers deep. So what the Neutralization Ring is doing is pulling negative chaotic information or structuring out of the item that you have this placed on or under. Now once that's done, that item is now at a 0 point or a void, ready to take on information again. So that's where we bring in the Sun Ring and we bring in positive structuring or positive information. But get this, we bring it in to a layer 9 layers deep. Now 9 layers deep is just unheard of. So you're putting incredible, good, positive energy into that food, that water. What I've got put together for you now is some short clips on how to apply both the Sun Ring and the Neutralization Ring in your everyday life and to give yourself self-empowerment. In this picture here, I've got vitamin E, vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, and potassium within the Sun Ring. By placing the index finger of both hands within the Sun Ring, I'm creating a circuit. Now I'm downloading the energetic essence of the vitamins into my beingness. In this picture here, I'm removing the negative structuring 5 layers deep from my oatmeal. Now I'm putting positive structuring into the oatmeal 9 layers deep, and now I'm putting the energetic essence of the vitamins into the oatmeal as well.
And what that does when we place it like that, it actually is right below your spine. And then we take the second neutralization ring and we place it here.
There was just a lot of energy right here.
Okay.
And then I could feel it coming down.
Okay.
Before the energy was kind of like this, and now it just feels straight.
Okay, so it's more balanced.
Yes.
And what happened there?
That just gave me a nice happy feeling.
So we move the ring and we place it there.
Yeah, just
whoosh. Okay, now notice that you're a lot lighter and clearer, and we can actually have more intimacy because that murky field between us isn't there.
Right.
So we had a negative zone here before, which we've cleared 90-some% of, but there's like a void here. So notice what happens when you do this.
I feel kind of this whoosh.
You feel filled?
I'm feeling the filling. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Because that's what's happening, is we need to take and fill the void that we created. And we're filling it with light. And we're filling it with true light, not false light. There's a difference.
What you see here is a picture of the Neutralization Ring in the bathtub. What it's doing is clearing the water of negative structuring, getting it ready for positive structuring. In this picture here, we have the Sun Ring with a piece of shungite within it. The shungite helps amplify intention. As I sit in the bathtub and bathe, I'm actually telling the shungite to make this water medicinal, to be a liver cleanse for me. So now I'm having a liver cleanse done.
Today we'd like to speak with Rob Naismith from Carpetcraft. We've just done an installation a couple of weeks ago of shungite into the premises, and we'd like to know, Rob, how you feel about it.
Everybody seems to be happier, the air seems to be lighter, and everybody's smiling, so I can't ask much more than that.
So we used different configurations for each room because each room has its own energy profile. So we used intuition to figure out what would be the best piece of shungite to put in each location.
You notice a change in your sleep with the shungite?
Yeah, I'm sleeping good, and I'm actually not having trouble getting up in the morning. I'm up early and just up fresh, ready to roll, so.
Nice.
Sometimes we build little systems, other times we use single pieces. Another way to use the Sun Rings is for your home stereo system for music, or being a musician like myself, asking the sound technician to use them for the PA gear, the board, the power amps, all the cords connecting everything, the speakers. And what we're doing again is restructuring 9 layers deep, changing chaotic information and energy back to an ordered state. So now the music has a definite edge taken off of it. And in the pictures you can see where I'm placing the Sun Ring in different locations to help change that flow back to an ordered state. So now the music sounds just incredible.
What I'd like to show you, Percy and Radek, is how we can use the sun ring in a very unique way. What I've done here is I've written down on a piece of paper vitamin E, chlorophyll, lemon, and orange. Now if I ask you to put your fingers in there, maybe we'll put this in between. If you each can put a finger in there and just feel the resonance in the ring. Okay, you got a handle on what it feels like. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put chlorophyll in here. It's just written, but we are putting in a consciousness there. We're putting in an energy. Now right there I felt you shift, Percy. Did you feel a change?
Mm-hmm.
What did you feel?
I felt a bit of a taste in the back.
You feel, you can taste the chlorophyll?
Yeah, a little bit in the back.
Okay. Radek?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Your mouth has changed taste, does it not?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what chlorophyll tastes like energetically, just like the real chlorophyll, only without the substance. Now if we take this out, keep your hands there, we're going to change and put in lemon. What do you perceive?
There's no chlorophyll taste anymore. That's gone.
Okay.
So whatever it is cleaned it out.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what lemon does. It's a cleaner.
It's a
Okay.
cleansing
Now,
agent, you know?
here's one for you. You're generically sensing this and you're generically receiving this in your body. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is to direct the energy of the lemon vibration to your liver. How long did it take to get there?
Not long.
Not long.
Instant, yeah.
Okay, so you can actually sense the lemon, which is a cleansing energy for the liver, and you can feel it going in there. And can you feel any shifting going on in your liver?
Yeah. I feel a lot more at ease down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Radek?
Yeah.
All right. So we're
Doing the movements.
okay. We're going to take the lemon out, and we're going to put in some orange. What's happening now? It's definitely a different feeling than the lemon, correct?
Yeah.
The lemon felt more like swishing.
The orange I'm having a little more trouble.
Orange generally is a builder.
I feel like I'm eating the peel. The orange peel.
You feel the
instead of
peel?
the orange.
Okay. Excellent. What I'm going to do is add some vitamin E.
Feel a lot more blood flow.
I was just gonna say what? Is that what vitamin E does?
That's what vitamin E is, a vibratory rate. Now when you...
Just shut up my hand.
All right.
Wow, that's weird.
So what you have here could be considered a battery with a positive charge of vitamin E strong. Now if you're lacking vitamin E right now, then your arm is a conduit and it's acting as a wire to receive the vitamin E frequency for your body. That's why you felt it go up your arm.
Yeah, totally shut up my
Okay?
hand. Wow.
Yeah, well that indicates that you're lacking some vitamin E. So what you can do now is you can take your food, in this case a cookie, and we place it on here for 5 seconds. Now, you have a cookie there that's not charged. So if you wouldn't mind feeling those two cookies. Feel this one and compare it to that one. Now, they're both charged, correct? Because you did charge that one. But can you tell the difference?
This one's dead, that one's vibrant.
There we go.
You can almost
The
depth of this cookie and this cookie is when you look at it visually, you can see the life.
The life force.
This one's dead. I didn't actually energize it though. Hey?
Okay, well then it's an excellent comparison because you're comparing normal against something that's been charged with the sun ray. Now, the reason that this looks so alive is because the DNA of the food is locked in. It's not as available as we might think. So energetically, it's in sleep mode. When we place it on the ring, one of the reasons that the bioenergy field goes from about that to approximately, right there. So that's the bioenergy field now of the cookie, which is hugely different than its original few inches. The reason that it's got such a huge field is because the DNA has been unlocked. That's what gives it that huge field. Now, if you just put your hand over here and your hand over there, you can feel one's flat and one's got some pressure.
It just feels cold.
Definitely, eh? The warmth of the cookie you can feel.
Right.
Oh my God, that's actually...
See, the charge is...
I've never seen it like that. I've seen you demonstrate it in other ways, but this is like, look at the cookie, like even the color of that cookie opposed to that.
I was actually going to
cookie.
say the color was a little bit different.
It's,
too.
you know, you can see that there's life in that one, and that one's, like, look at the color and the depth.
So what we can do now is we can think out of the box. And Percy, what could you think of to write down? A whole book, I bet. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're able to do now, is we're able to empower ourselves enough so that we can treat ourselves. Now, if you have a weak liver or a toxic liver, like anybody else living today's society, we all need liver work because most of the poisons in our food and environment, a lot of them get stored in the liver. That's why we have liver issues. And lemon is a really good way to cleanse the liver. Now, you could go on the web and do a search and find out probably 25 different herbs that all work well on the liver. You could find crystals, gemstones, you could find any other modality that you want, and at the very least write it down and place it into the circle there of the sun ring and then broadcast it. Now that is being broadcast primarily for about 20 feet in the kitchen here.
How long should you do this for?
That's a great question because the answer to that has to come from you. Okay, because when you feel you've had enough, then you will know you've had enough. If you don't feel you've had enough, then you can keep using it because you haven't overdosed on it. Now, let's say we were working directly with the lemon and the ring, and we placed it right on the liver. Okay, now when I do that, that's a lot more direct connection. So when I do this, I can feel this on my liver. Now when I place this here, I immediately feel that lemon vibration. Now I'm looking for it because I'm used to that. So if you try that, Percy, just try first putting the sun ring there without the lemon.
Do you have anything for the kidneys?
Pardon me?
Kidney stones?
Okay, there's a good question. I actually had an upset stomach one day, and so what I did is I asked my consciousness upstairs, what's going on? And the answer came back, you have some gallstone issues. And I said, okay, thank you. So what I did is I put down antidote for gallstones, dissolve gallstones, and I did that for 3 weeks. And after 3 weeks of eating, charging my food every day with that, I had third-party verification that they didn't sense any more gallstones. So I have friends that are intuitive, and I asked them, I said, can you sense any gallstones? And I go back 3 weeks. Oh yeah, you had them 3 weeks ago, but I don't now. So I used this method to clear my gallstones, and I did essentially nothing other than just normally charge my food. There's no side effects, I didn't buy anything, I didn't spend any money. So, and it worked. And I'm not having those issues at this point. So for me, that's very inexpensive, very effective therapy, and the part I like is I did it for myself. I didn't run to somebody for the answer. So for me, this is very empowering. So this little system of energy focusing through the ring can change your health. Now, when you eat the cookie as you are, do you notice, did take a piece of the other one and see if you can tell if there's actually a taste or any other difference?
Oh, I can taste it right away.
It's not the same at all, is it?
No, no, not at all.
If you're watching the video and wondering what the sensations are, this obviously tastes better. It's more alive in your mouth. What else can you say? Energy goes up.
Bitter, just bland. It's
clearly
gross.
a different cookie.
Not that you don't make bad cookies, not to take away from the cookie, but it just
there is a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The life.
You can have your cookie unless you put it on there. I'm gonna finish mine off though.
Now here's a suggestion. Now you know what this cookie's like, right? Well,
Yeah.
if you just wait 1 sec, what we're going to do here is we're going to put in all of these remedies all at once into the ring. Now if you would place your one piece of the cookie there, just the one piece, yeah. Go ahead. Okay, you're done.
Back to the good taste.
Which cookie would you taste or prefer the taste of? That one, this one, or the third one?
I feel like the third one has a little more energy. The first one, the taste was really good. Just because of the chlorophyll. I don't like the taste of chlorophyll.
Good,
so
good.
now that the chlorophyll's in there, it's like...
It was kind of a loaded question.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
But definitely the first one, when it was just without
so,
everything in there.
So the taste may not quite be as good as without the chlorophyll sensation to it.
But I felt more energy in this one.
But this one is more therapeutic, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. That's my point.
And even the aftertaste from when I tried the taste of the cookie to the chlorophyll, from the taste of the cookie to the lemon, I could tell right then because there was no aftertaste in the cookie when I had the lemon. But with the chlorophyll, there's huge.
There's huge aftertaste. Okay, you're done.
Okay, I'm
gonna change your cookie.
I'm gonna change my cookie too. You want me to?
Let's see what you think.
A little more of a cocoa taste in that one.
It's got an aftertaste of cocoa.
Oh God.
It's not like
that was crazy.
It's not like a. Oh no! I'm getting over that chocolate taste. But at first it wasn't the chocolate.
The whole cookie in that's way better. Oh my God, that's wow. I'm shocked. Yeah, that's good. That's not good.
Okay.
And actually, no, on that one, I got a sweet aftertaste.
Well, chocolate's usually sweet.
Yeah, I just got rid of all that, whatever else I had,
That
lemon and
chlorophyll.
everything, chlorophyll.
Now, here is why this ring is so amazing in my opinion. The reason is because what we're doing is we're transferring energy of chocolate into the cookie. And how well are we doing that? Well, if we understand molecular structuring, it's layered. Okay? Now, the first layer, the grid would be, say, this far apart, each molecule. The second layer is much tighter. Third layer is much tighter than that. So we go down in layers exponentially. And as we go down exponentially, we have exponentially more information transferred. So that's why this device, going 9 layers deep, that's a tremendous amount of information. Now, if I was to use a magnet or a crystal or a purple plate or any one of the other subtle energy tools that are out there, there's many. We make some as well. If we used a pyramid, for example, it would go approximately 3 layers deep. And you'd be able to taste it, but it wouldn't have the depth. So what's phenomenal about this is that it goes 9 layers deep. I don't know of any other device that comes even remotely close to that. Okay, so when we use the sun ring and we remove the negative structuring first with the neutralization ring, this combination can do a lot of powerful healing in a really short time, because this ring is for removing negative structuring. So whatever is causing you pain or discomfort, there is negative structuring present. So when we use the neutralization ring, and if we slightly rotate it, so if you would hand me your wrist, you have a little bit of tension there. Yeah, I see that in your aura. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the ring there. Right there, it's starting to lift. I see it. Now, as I rotate this, oh, right there something happened, didn't it? Did you feel a little release? And your wrist is lighter? So whenever you have pain, you also have a negative energy attachment. And what the neutralization ring does is it removes that. So, so if we were going to use this now, as we started before, with the lemon on your liver, what would be the proper procedure is we would first start with the neutralization ring, give it a couple of twists, and peel off. Oh, there he goes. Vedic saw it. And then we put the lemon here, and now you can feel, compared to before, does this go in deeper? You can feel it, because I did the clearing first. So we let you do that first so you can see the difference. This is much more penetrating. And I can feel your liver feels like it's being swooshed a little bit. Cleaned out. Now, if you do this for 1 minute, it's going to feel really good. As it does, yes? Okay. If we do it for 2 minutes, we're going to stir it up twice as much toxin. If we do it for 5 minutes, that's 5 times as much. Well, that's a lot more toxin to deal with now. So right there, did you feel that shift where it didn't feel as exciting anymore?
Yeah.
You got that, didn't you? Okay. So what happened there, and this is, we're talking real time now, so in about a minute, we're no longer on the peak where you're gaining energy. We're gaining, we're gaining, we're gaining. Now we're detoxing. So that means now we're stressing. So if we keep stressing for 5 minutes, you're going to need to go lay down maybe. Okay? So there is a limit, a comfort limit to this process. So I would say right there, because you have things to do, you just dropped 1 more notch, did you not? Okay, so I'm going to pull this away, because if we drop another couple more notches, you're going to want to go to sleep. Or at least you'll be fatigued or stressed from it. With this way, now you can detox a bit, and you're going to be okay. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is that you can easily do this for too long. Easily. And when you're first starting out, the first minute's big. The first few minutes. Now if you've done it already 4 times before, you may be able to go 5 minutes comfortably, but not initially. So I would recommend that you, if in doubt, you stop. Don't wait and find out that you've done it too long and you've kind of stressed yourself. Because the idea is to unstress and rather, or de-stress rather than to increase stress.
Would a real lemon do more, or is that enough?
Of course a real lemon will do more because it's actually got the full bandwidth of vibration. Okay? But what we're showing you here is how powerful your intent is. By placing your intent on a piece of paper.
Lemon.
Okay.
We connect.
Right. So you know what a lemon's about.
I see.
Okay, so you've already downloaded this paper with that intent.
It's just like chocolate. We put our own intention, feel the chocolate, the sensors open up, and then
you do.
With everything else. So really word that I get it. I get it.
I watched a video a couple nights ago on this new information about sexuality. And essentially the crux of the show was, for me, was that OxyContin is produced in the brain. When you start to become aroused, then the brain starts producing OxyContin. When that goes into your sexual organs, then they're stimulated and you're having an awakening and enlightening of several points, approximately 30 points in your brain. So your physiology in your brain changes, obviously in the sexual organ, and the key to it is OxyContin. So I just thought I would do a little bit of experimenting, and so when I put that in the sun ring and I put my fingers in there, 2 is better. It takes about right there, and already I feel like I'm slightly being aroused. So what they showed on the show was that the ability to reverse some sexual dysfunction can be as simple as resonating with OxyContin. So if you want to try that, just see what it does for you. Maybe radical one or two. Now, from an auric point of view, you lit up 4 centers in your head that weren't lit up before. As an aura reader, I can see 4 places in your brain area that are now activated from the dream.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You felt something?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I only also had 1 finger in compared to 2, right? So
okay.
It was maybe just a little bit slower, but I was starting to feel some things. I was like, oh, right on.
I'm not sure what feeling I'm looking for, but I feel like I'm blushing.
I held my I held myself back because what I was going to say, you're starting to glow.
Eyes are like
you're starting to glow.
Yeah.
You're starting to glow.
Right.
Okay. When you have that love vibration, you glow.
Oh, I
okay.
See.
And that's what you're getting.
Yeah. It's,
There we go.
Now
I can feel. I can feel you.
Yeah, actually.
Stronger than before.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So really, you can use anything to enhance just by doing what we just did.
What I'm going to say as a final statement for this little segment is the biggest challenge with this is for you to think out of the box. That's the biggest challenge, because there's so many things that you can do, and you're not limited. You're only limited by what you can write down if you use this modality. Now, if you want to use a lemon, you can go buy a lemon, but in a pinch, you can use this, and it's almost as good. And it doesn't cost you anything. So this is an amazingly good, inexpensive way to look after yourself. And thank you very much for participating.
No problem.
Thank you.